Hello, Eurovision fans. It's Sydney Paul with my Semifinal One qualifiers. After this. Okay, so if you are subscribed to my channel, welcome back and thank you for your support. I appreciate it. If you are new to my channel, welcome and go ahead and subscribe right now. Go ahead and subscribe. I'll wait. Subscribe. Okay. Everyone, like my videos, share my videos, and comment. So, in Semifinal One for Eurovision 2024 in Malmo, Sweden, on May 7th, the following countries will be competing for an opportunity to perform in the grand final on May 11th. Okay. Following the countries competing are Australia, Azerbaijan, Croatia, Cyprus, Finland, Iceland, Ireland, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Moldova, Poland, Portugal, Serbia, Slovenia, and Ukraine. Okay, so, well, it's time for my picks for who's going to qualify for the grand final and who I actually think will qualify for the grand final. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, so in semifinal one, so they did the semifinal draw a while back, and some countries will perform in the first half, and some will perform in the second half. So performing in the first half of semifinal one, we don't know the running order yet. That will come, I think, just right, if I'm not, right before the performances. I don't know how far ahead, but anyway, it's going to come before then. So performing in the first half, we have Croatia, Cyprus, Ireland, Lithuania, Poland, Serbia, and Ukraine. In second half, Australia, Azerbaijan, Finland, Iceland, Luxembourg, Moldova, Portugal, Slovenia. Okay. Now, it's always thought that performing in the second half, you have an advantage, because the thought is that a lot of the viewers tune into the second half, more than the first half. If they tune in the first half, at some point, they leave, or, for whatever reason, they don't either finish watching it or they don't watch all of the videos in the first half. I don't know why. I watched the whole thing. I watched the whole thing. And I prepared to watch the whole thing without any breaks. But anyway, so let's talk about who I would like to see go to the grand final. And this is just based on the songs I like, the songs that I like. All right, so for me, I would like to see go to the grand final Australia, Azerbaijan, Croatia, Iceland, Ireland, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Moldova, Poland, and Ukraine. That's based on my taste in music and what they're bringing. Now, for some of these, I was going to talk about staging, but let me talk about who I actually think will go to the grand final. And I don't have a full 10. I don't have a full 10. And of course, this is predicated. This is who I think will go to the final, just based on what I've seen of a national final performance, the song, and just based on some of it is they're performing in the second half. Um, some of them is, would have heard just from other YouTubers about, support and, and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I actually think who's going to make it to the grand final, Ukraine. They're actually going to make it for sure. Croatia is going to go to the grand final. Baby Lasagna has a lot of supporters, so I have a feeling that they're going to make sure that he gets to the grand final. And that will have to be, yeah, because this is televote only. Jury has nothing to do with this. Luxembourg, I think will go. They come back. They have a decent song. They're in the second half. I think they'll get enough televote to go. Lithuania, they're in the first half, but great song, great staging based on the national final, the national competition. I believe they'll go. Finland, who is not my choice. I don't like the song. I don't like the song. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But this is televote, so Finland, no rules, Windows 95 man. That entry, is televote. Usually, joke entries like that are gonna make it to the final. Azerbaijan and Australia. And Azerbaijan, I chose it. It's a ballad. People call it a power ballad. It's in the second half of the semifinal. Now there are other ballads. I think just Azerbaijan's ballad is the best ballad. So I think it should stand out as being one of the better ballads. And you should get enough votes to go on. I don't know if I said Ireland. And I hope that Ireland will make it. Now, Ireland's song is different from anything that they've sent. They decided to take a risk. They didn't go for what they sent last year. Yeah, that trash. Anyway, I like Doomsday Blue. It's different. It's dark. I like it. It's art. So I really hope Ireland, I hope they get enough televotes that they make it to the grand final. They're in the first half. It depends on what their draw is. They don't think, not what they draw. Where the producers put them. I don't think they'll open the semifinal. If anything, I think they probably be somewhere in the middle, fourth maybe. Okay. Yeah, and that's what I have so far. Australia, Azerbaijan, Croatia, Finland, Ireland, Lithuania, Luxembourg, and Ukraine. I think they will actually make it to the grand final. Now, I would like to, like I said, Moldova. Now, Moldova really needs to do a revamp. I like the song. It's not much to the lyrics, but they can do a little revamp on that and enhance the staging, because I like the staging. I like the all the women dressed the same, to mimic, the Natalia. And like I said in my reaction video, I've seen this before, just in the music videos. And I think it's a good concept. Now they need to, do a little revamp, change the styling. They can all wear the same, but have a subtle difference. They need to, in the national performance, they have the plain black dresses. They need something else, a little shiny on it, sparkly on the dresses with a subtle change. They need to do something with the violins so they're not just sitting there and we're wondering what's going to go on with them. They need to figure out some kind of way to hide them, and then at that moment when they're going to use them, um, to pull them out. I mean, they're not actually performing, playing anything, but so that's why they don't need to be sitting out there like that. You know, yeah. And if they could incorporate some type of movement instead of being stagnant, that would help. Um, Poland, I wasn't sure about Poland. Um, the song is this pop song. It sounds good. It's easy to listen to. I don't dislike it. I like it. I would put it on my playlist. But with, it might just not, it doesn't pop enough. It's a pop song, it does pop enough. It doesn't stand out enough. You have Lithuania, that song stands out. You have, now Australia, it's an upbeat song, but it stands out, it's different. You have Cyprus. Now, Cyprus. I didn't really like that song, Liar. Um, it just reminds me of Cyprus trying to do a fuego again, in a different way, and it just for me doesn't work. Um, Iceland. I like Hera Bajort. I liked her last entry that she did, Je ne sais quoi. This is not Je ne sais quoi. Um, I like Je ne sais quoi more than I like, what is it, Scared of Heights. But I like, it sounds good. It's a more of a gospel-y type of entry song. And with Televote, gospel doesn't do well. So hopefully, being in the second half and with these other songs in the second half, that it will do well. Compared to Portugal, Serbia, and Slovenia. Um, I hope it stands out enough to where it gets enough televotes to get to the grand final. But let me say this about Hera. Uh, Je ne sais quoi fit her voice. She does a good job singing it, but this type of gospel song does not quite fit her voice. To me, she sounds flat. Um, so, but I like it enough to where I want it to go to the final. Portugal usually, when Portugal's done English version songs, they've been good. They don't typically they do their own language, which is fine. And they've done their own language, and I still kind of connect with it. Like Conan Osiris, I like that song. It's just unfortunate a lot of other people didn't, and the jury didn't, but I liked it, and I wish it would have made it to the final. It was different. But it's Portugal. It's a ballad. I just don't connect with it, even in Portuguese. Serbia, didn't like it. It's just a one-tone ballad. Slovenia, it's okay, but Slovenia to me is more of an easy listening type of song, which I don't know how that's going to transfer to the stage. But we'll see. I mean, if it transfers well to the stage, with the staging, styling, Slovenia may be may go to the grand final. All right, so let's see. Okay, Luxembourg, I like their song. I already talked about Madonna, Poland, Portugal, Ukraine. Well, Ukraine, uh, you know, great, wonderful, 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 wonderful song. Croatia, Baby Lasagna. Rim Tim Tim Diggy Tiki Dim Dim. Yeah, okay. I like it. I like the meaning of the song. for the most part, I like the performance. The only thing I would say is if they were to do a revamp, I like the house electronic music at the bridge, but I feel like they should take that all the way to the end, and rev it up, with the um, you know, you have the rhythm in there, the that comes in. Then you have what I call the claps, the continue that, but I would swing it, transition it into a pulse, like the and take it all the way to the end. All right, because it's it's a nice transition um, in this song, but it's only for that little piece. Then it goes back to the original music. And I would suggest for their staging to do something special. Do a dance break, an actual dance break at that point in this song, and that would just raise it, uh, the level up tremendously. I mean, it's in the first half. Now, I don't foresee Baby Lasagna not making it to the final. I mean, it's a favorite. Their favorite to win in the odds. But hey, it's in the first half. So you want to make sure that you do everything you can to get to the grand final. Um, and I'm not saying that if you're in the first half of the semifinal that you can't make it to the final, but it's less likely for it to happen. Okay, all right. But anyway, hey, that's my thoughts on Semifinal One. Now, like I said, I would like, me personally, based on my taste, for Australia, Azerbaijan, Croatia, Iceland, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Moldova, Poland, and Ukraine to make it to the grand final. But we'll have to see what happens. And as I've learned over the years with Eurovision, you can hardly ever predict what's going to happen. So that's it. Look, remember, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Share my videos, like my videos, comment on my videos. Join my Patreon page. Be some videos that are going to come up there, and some special benefits there. I think you guys would love. And that's it for me. So once again, I'm Sydney Paul, getting down to the nitty gritty again. And until next time, adios.